From mopping floors to millions, the shocking call I got 2 years after my hotel stay. I stayed at a hotel 2 years ago, just another night, nothing special, or so I thought. But 2 years later, I got a phone call that changed everything. The housekeeper I barely remembered? He had just become a millionaire, and it all started with one conversation we had that night. This is the unbelievable true story of how a mop, a dream, and a little advice turned a janitor into a business tycoon. Welcome to the game of life, where every tip could change your world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and activate those wild notifications so you never miss out on the next life-changing insight. We're on a mission to grow, and your support means everything. Share this journey with your friends, family, and anyone looking to level up their life. Thanks for being part of the game. Let's begin. You know how they say a simple act of kindness can change someone's life? I never believed it until the day I got that call. 2 years ago, I met a man mopping hotel floors. Today, he's a millionaire. This is the story of how one conversation changed everything for both of us. I had just checked into a nice hotel for a week-long trip. I wasn't expecting luxury, just a place to sleep and work. But on the second day, something felt off. There was this one housekeeper I couldn't ignore, always early, impeccably polite. But there was something else, something sharper. He didn't just clean, he studied the room. Eyes scanning, ears tuned in. Every conversation, every detail, he soaked it in like a sponge. This man wasn't just working, he was watching, learning, waiting for something. The housekeeper's name was James, and on that morning, as I packed up some documents, he finally spoke up. "Sir, if you don't mind me asking, are you building something big? You always look like you're deep in thought. Business, maybe?" He wasn't prying. There was no nosiness in his voice, just genuine curiosity. So I paused, then gave him a glimpse. I told him a little about what I do, the kind of problems I solve, and the kind of people I work with. He listened closely, like he was taking notes in his mind. Then he hit me with a question I wasn't ready for. If you had absolutely nothing, no money, no connections, what's the one thing you'd do to escape poverty? That stopped me. No one had ever asked me that, not like that. Not so raw. I thought for a second, then looked him in the eye. "Fish farming." He blinked. "Fish farming? Yeah, not glamorous, not viral, but people will always need food. It's honest work that scales. If you're sharp, hungry, and willing to learn, it can take you from broke to built." And the way he looked at me in that moment, I could tell I'd just planted a seed. Honestly, I didn't think much of that first conversation. Just another moment, just another curious guy. But James kept showing up. We chatted a few more times. That's when I learned the full story. He was 27, from a small town I'd never heard of. No college degree, cleaning hotel rooms to send money back home, feeding his younger siblings, one paycheck at a time. But here's what got me. Every single time I saw him, his questions got better. Sharper, more specific. What kind of fish sells the fastest? How much space would I need to get started? This wasn't small talk. This was research. So one afternoon, I pulled out my phone, showed him a few YouTube channels, dropped some PDFs I had saved on aquaculture. Basics, but solid. I told him the truth. Study like your life depends on it. Save what you can. Start small, but start. When I finally checked out of the hotel, I left James a heavy envelope and one last message. "James, most people won't believe in you until it's too late, so believe in yourself first. Stay curious. Stay hungry." And with that, I walked out, not knowing if I'd ever see him again. Life went on. I traveled, worked, got busy. James faded into the back of my mind, like so many encounters we all have. But then, 2 years later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered the call, not thinking much of it. "Hello?" But what came next was not what I expected. The voice on the other end was calm, steady, but there was something electric in it, like something big was about to unfold. "Sir, it's James from the hotel." My heart stopped. "I've been trying to reach you. I just wanted to say thank you. Because of you, I started fish farming, and today I bought my second acre." His voice cracked slightly. "I'm now supplying 14 restaurants, 2 hotels, and I'm even exporting to nearby countries. Sir, I'm a millionaire." I just stood there, phone to my ear, speechless. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but the conviction in his voice was real. This was James. He told me how he spent months diving deep into free YouTube videos, soaking up every lesson like his life depended on it. He saved every naira he made at the hotel, skipped meals, walked instead of taking transport, no shortcuts. Eventually, he bought a secondhand tank, started with 100 tiny fingerlings, nursed them like they were gold. Then the hotel laid off staff during the pandemic, where most saw a dead end. He saw his window. I told myself, if I fail, I'll fail chasing something bigger. He never looked back. He now employs 12 people. He's training local youth on fish farming. He's building a cold storage unit to preserve fish for longer transportation. He even launched a small online course for beginners in aquaculture. I never thought I'd leave that hotel. I thought mopping floors would be my whole story. But that one conversation planted a seed, and I watered it with hard work. Then he said something that caught me off guard. "Sir, I want to send you a thank you package. That tip you gave me, it wasn't just money. It was the first real investment in my dream." My throat tightened. I paused, then gently said, "James, you don't owe me a thing, but if you really want to thank me, do me one favor." "Anything," he replied. "Find an orphanage, anyone you believe in. Show up for those kids. Touch their lives the way you say I touched yours." There was silence on the line, the kind that says everything. He kept that promise. And today, James doesn't just run a thriving fish farm. He gives back. He stands beside me on stage, sharing his story with others who feel forgotten, stuck, or hopeless. Once a housekeeper with a dream, now a millionaire, and a voice of hope. It wasn't about fish. It was about faith. Faith in potential. Faith in small beginnings. Faith in someone who just needed a push. I didn't give James money. I gave him belief and direction, and he did the rest. So if you're watching this right now, wondering if you're stuck forever, or if you're wondering whether a little advice can make a difference, James is living proof that one moment, one sentence, can change everything. I didn't expect that call, but it reminded me, we all carry a spark. Sometimes, we just need someone to light it. So be that light. And if someone lights yours, run with it. If this story inspired you, hit like, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe for more real stories that prove it's never too late to change your life.